All right, I'm Breaky CPK, and I'm going to be joined by Matt DOGKaiser here, of course, the lead balance for Heroes of Newerth, and we're going to actually talk about the community collaboration patch that's going to be coming out this Friday. So first things first, how you doing, Matt?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Breaky?
I'm doing terrific. I'm really excited about this patch, obviously.
So am I.
It seems like it's been in the works for a little bit now, but it seems like, as you just said, you're really excited as well. So.
Of course.
Yeah.
It has been in the works for a long time, and it's definitely trying to gear us more, or to be more involved with our community members.
What exactly is the community collaboration patch?
It's just kind of a group of guys that have really taken an interest in Heroes of Newerth and the balance of it and the design, and they've been giving us ideas on different maybe heroes to change or items to change, just different ways to possibly improve the game Heroes of Newerth, to just improve the overall game. So it's just S2 working with the community to make Heroes of Newerth a better game overall.
Is this like the first time you've worked with the community, or?
Definitely not the first time. I've always talked with people from the community to get their insight, but this is definitely the first one in which both sides have been really involved working with each other on a better level than ever before.
How has it been working so closely with the community for this? How has this experience been like for you?
It's always nice working closely with people just because you get different ideas. It's never good to get one person's idea on any subject. You always want multiple people's reasonings or explanations for changes, just so then you end up working out the best ideas rather than just one person's idea.
How's it been different for you working on this patch compared to other patches in the past where it's more, on your side rather than working so closely with the community?
The difference is that there's a lot more ideas going back and forth. It does tend to make the overall end product a lot better in terms of what exactly changes, and the reasons why they actually change become a lot better.
Are there a couple of examples that really stood out to you from these patches?
The first one would have to be the bound eye change that's coming up. The first part of the bound eye is that the courier is no longer going to be able to carry the bound eye. So you can no longer have kind of these safe bound eye transports, where support here will get a bound eye, he'll go clear wards, and he'll have the courier following him so that he can place it on the courier. So then there's really no risk factor anymore of the bound eye. So it's kind of eliminating that risk-free factor of the bound eye. The other part of the bound eye, if you place the bound eye on the ground and then the enemy goes and picks it up, they can no longer use it.
Yeah.
It makes it unusable by them. So that was more of a bug fix, but they definitely expressed a high level of interest to get that done, and so we ended up doing it for them. Another one would be the Hellbringer. After that damage nerf on his death boil, he's just no longer used at all anymore. And so we've reverted the death boil damage, that now it's doing what it originally was before, and we'll see if Hellbringer comes back out on the table. The Valkyrie Changes, essentially her javelin throw is much more difficult to hit a 5-second stun at the first level of the skill. It's still the same at the last level of the skill, but it requires you to level it up in order to have an easier time to achieve the 5-second stun. And the first initial reason for that change is because it was so easy to achieve 5-second stuns at level 1 for Valkyrie, and this might even give some more incentive to mix up the skill builds of Valkyries. The Pebbles, his ultimate no longer reduces attack speed, but instead it increases the base attack time of Pebbles, making it so that when he gets attack speed items, they're no longer as effective as they were before. It is hurting his end game, but also kind of making him a little bit better if he wants to maybe go more of a tank route, or maybe more of a support, like buy some support items for your team. The Hellflower has, and usually compared to Sheepstick, most people wanted to know why Hellflower hasn't been changed as much as what Sheepstick has recently. And Hellflower has definitely been an item that I've been looking at for a long time. Essentially what it does to casters is it disables them for 5 seconds. Is there really that much difference if you're a caster when you're Hellflowered compared to when you're sheeped? Not a whole lot. So that's why we ended up going with the second duration nerf, is to kind of alleviate some of that pain that casters are going to feel from this item.
Thanks again, DOGKaiser. I really appreciate you coming on and talking about the community collaboration patch. So that's going to do it, guys. Once again, DOGKaiser, I'm Breaking CPK. Enjoy the patch. Again, coming out this Friday, guys.